guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Breanna, and guys, we have been in quarantine for 60 days and I'm honestly kind of losing it. So obviously we've all been in quarantine for a really long time, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been on social media like crazy. I've been super active on my Instagram because honestly, like, I kind of have nothing else to do. Also, you should check out my Instagram account because I am super active on it. I'll just leave the handle down here. It's at breannaquan.xo. So I decided to put together this video about how I take my Instagram pictures often by myself, how I get my poses and my inspo, and how I get my Instagram feed and how I plan it and stuff like that. So if you guys are home alone or you don't want to bother your siblings or your siblings don't want to help you out, so then this is definitely the video for you. I'm going to make a part 2 of this video about how I edit my pictures and get that theme going in my feed. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to like, and without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to leave timestamps in the description box if you want to jump to certain things that I have to say. Basically, I made up the acronym CLIQ, which is basically click. So whenever you're
clicking your photos, you can remember.
The 4 things that I think are really important in a photo is going to be these 4 things, which is confidence, lighting, inspo, and quality. So the first letter is obviously C, which is confidence, and I can't stress this enough, but confidence is the most important thing when you're taking pictures, because if you are not feeling yourself or you're not feeling like super in the mood to take pictures, your pictures aren't going to turn out. You need to be confident in the photos and the poses that you're going to take. And honestly, I find that the best way for me to get in the mood to take pictures is either like just have done my skincare or I just finished doing my makeup. I play a lot of music in the background of my photo shoot, so in the video you'll see that they're muted and there's music overplaying it, and that's because I'm listening to music in the background and I don't want to get copyrighted. So you have to be excited to take your photos.
You just need to strut your stuff.
Anyone who's confident will appear that way. If you're in a bad mood, you're gonna force yourself when you're smiling, and you're gonna see that later when you're going through your photos.
And you do not want that.
Because there's been so many times when I have been taking photos and I was like getting annoyed by not getting a certain look, and that second half of all the photos after I had gotten annoyed were just not turning out. I had a straight face, or I had a resting bitch face, or my smile looked super forced. If you just aren't feeling that photo shoot anymore, take a break, have a snack, or just try again the next day. Next on the acronym is L, and this is for lighting. Lighting is so important when it comes to taking photos. You want to have the best lighting on yourself. You don't want the photo to be overexposed, or you don't want the photo to be underexposed. You want to find that perfect sweet spot, and often people love golden hour, which is when the sun's setting and it's giving off an orange hue on you. I'm like a yellow undertone, so I think that warm yellow and orange light really complements me well. I've tried taking pictures in like ring lights or in like bright white light, and it just doesn't turn out good for me. When you are taking your photo, you should always adjust the lighting. You can hold down on your camera and slide it up and down, and I find like that can really like make or break your photo. If you're gonna take photos in direct sun, like right on top of you, then I suggest bringing it down so that it will blur everything out behind you. It'll just be focused on you. This is also where makeup comes into play. If you are taking photos with your makeup on, then you can get that highlight with that super bright light, and then if you dim the background. So lighting is really important when you are editing, because when I'm editing, I find that sometimes my photos are too dark. They're never too bright, but when photos are too dark, they're really hard to lighten up without losing quality. So I'll talk about that later, but basically you want to get as much lighting as you can, and I filmed a clip yesterday talking about lighting and a little bit of inspo, so I'm just gonna play that clip now. So we just have a mirror here, and I put it on a bar stool with also another kitchen chair just to like, because it's a big mirror. And then we also got some faux flowers here just because, like, to spice up the look and just like change the scenery, because oftentimes whenever people take pictures it's just like them, but like I think adding like props or like plants is like a really good touch. And like, so plants are super in right now, so it's a nice bit of decor to have in your feed as well. And then here we have a lamp without the lampshade because we need all the light we can get. Even my mirror is on because it is so cloudy today. Lighting is so important when it comes to taking good quality pictures, so even when the sun's not out, like, we can still make it work with what you have. This is my outfit that I'm wearing. It's just a silk shirt, and I'm just wearing it off the shoulder, and I just did my makeup like super heavy, so then it can just like tie the whole look together. But I'll insert the pictures that we take. I I use natural lighting through my window, and I'm also super lucky that my window faces south, which faces the natural course like of the sun because it rises in the east and sets in the west. But I know that when I'm taking pictures when the sun is down, I like to use a lot of warm light. I like to have a lot of warmth in my photos. That's like a theme of mine in my Instagram page. It's a lot of like warm orange, brown, yellow tones. Like that's what I like to follow, and that's personally for me what I really like. I know a lot of people have like black and white feeds, so white lighting would work best for that. So this is just my preference. Everyone just loves golden hour. It just makes everything look so warm and so smooth. Noon and golden hour are my favorite. It really depends on where you live for like what time golden hour is, but from where I'm from, it's around like 4 or 5 o'clock. So my third point is INSPO. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. You never want to just keep posting the same photo over and over again when you're trying to get a nice feed. You want to change it up. You want to change the background around. So I've been taking a lot of photos with a lot of different props, and recently my favorite prop has been the mirror. You've seen me take pictures outside with my mirror. I lugged that thing outside onto the grass, and I've also taken pictures with like a sheet in the background, so I think that gives like a bit of a homey feel. I like to follow a lot of Pinterest boards, and I like to just see like what's trending and really just put my own twist on it. And I think playing with a mirror also helps a lot because it shows a different dimension, which is really nice. So earlier you saw that my reflection was horizontal, which isn't really like often done. Oftentimes people just have the mirror up and they're just clicking a mirror selfie. So obviously like I take mirror selfies and stuff, but you obviously want to change up the background. You want to change up your outfit, you want to use props, or you want to change your background, which is really important when it comes to creating original photos. Next is quality. So quality is super important when you're taking pictures because after you edit it and you upload it to Instagram, the quality just degrades after each step. So what I like to do is edit as little as possible. I like to just change the lighting and stuff like that, which I'll show in the part 2 of this. I always use a back camera on my phone. I have an iPhone 7, which is literally like ancient. So even when I'm taking selfies, I like to set it up on a tripod and use the back camera. Try and edit as little as possible. That's why lighting is super important. So you don't need to edit because you don't want the quality of your photo to degrade, because when you see like a kind of blurry photo on your Instagram page, it's not as standout or vibrant as you want it to be. So that's really important. I don't like to keep posting face fronting selfies. If you like to do that, then go ahead. Honestly, this is just a video about how I like to take my pictures. Also, another tip that I have for you guys is filming yourself. So I like to set up my phone like I am right now, and then I just like to press play, and I like to strike a lot of poses. I like to like move around. I like to play with my hair, play with my outfits, figure out a lot of different poses that suits you best. And by taking a video, you're going to be able to go back later and screenshot it. So what I suggest is that you don't move a lot because you want to be able to screenshot the photo to be clear as possible. A lot of people love to use self-time, but I find that when you take a video, you're able to strike more poses and you aren't worried about having to rush into position and then posing for only like 1 or 2 photos. So you guys will have noticed in this video that I've inserted a lot of videos of me posing because I just like to set up my phone and literally just move around. So guys, that is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like for part 2 and also subscribe and press the notification bell if you want to be notified every single time I post. I post every Sunday and sometimes Wednesday. I'm working on that posting schedule. I hope this guys gave you some inspiration just to take your own photos during quarantine, because what better time to upgrade your Instagram feed. Make sure to follow my Instagram and I'll see you guys in the next video.